With all the challenges you face in today's complex and uncertain world, the pandemic, hybrid workplaces, a recession, supply chain challenges, labor shortages, and so much more, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, uncertain, and even lost. But that's not what you want. You want to thrive. You want to be fulfilled. You want meaning for you and for everyone around you. But the rules of the world have changed. Whether you're focused on leading yourself or leading your organization, it gets harder and harder to find your way through in this crazy world that gets more complex every day. That's because you can't figure out complexity. I'm Ravi Tangri, and I learned the secret to working in complexity in my first career as a nuclear physicist. It's not about working harder. It's about finding those simple, tiny little pressure points where you put a little bit of effort in and the whole system shifts. I've helped leaders and organizations use this approach to overcome complex challenges for over 3 decades. And I've found that there are 4 kinds of organizations and leaders. The first is those who are constantly struggling. There's not enough time. There's not enough money. For an individual, this can be where you feel constantly drained and you have no energy or focus. Workplaces are toxic with high turnover, high absenteeism, and low productivity. And in today's turbulent times, they're the first to fall, blaming external factors for their challenges and failures and watching their employees flock away to better opportunities. The next level is those who maintain control and discipline. Personally, you may have disciplines for exercise and work and you move forward, but you still have trouble juggling everything that you're handling. Organizations at this level have basic systems such as performance management. They've done some leadership development, but really it's focused more on management skills than on real leadership. People in these organizations do not feel passionate about their work, resulting in limited productivity. It's just meh. People are still disengaged and leaving at this level, and you still don't have enough resources to plug all the holes that are popping up in your boat. The next level is leaders and organizations that discover and leverage the pressure points that create focus and allow everyone to bring all of their hearts and souls into work and all of their lives, to soul-engineer their work and their lives. These organizations build resilience. They innovate every day and engage their people by addressing their unique needs and desires, and their leaders truly walk their talk. But there's a catch. While you can move from struggle to meh by learning some skills and working really hard, this step to soul-engineering isn't about doing things differently. It's about changing the way you think, about getting into the why behind everything you do. And it's a very personal journey. Leadership development is personal development. Growing resilience for yourself and everyone in your team is a very personal journey. Connecting with and engaging people one-on-one is a very personal journey. And because of that, this step is much bigger. And because it calls for deep change within everyone, especially the leaders, there's a glass ceiling here. And conservatively, 80% of leaders and organizations have great difficulty with this. The final level is the purposeful organization or leader that has integrated all of this into their DNA and is constantly thriving and evolving purposefully. My mission is to help leaders and organizations on this journey. This is a complex world, and that's not going to change. I first learned how to get through uncertainty in my first 5 years living in a terrorist regime. Now, as a child, I had even less control over my environment than an adult. And yet somehow I intuitively discovered what I needed to do to survive and move forward. And this was years before I learned the principles of uncertainty and complexity as a physicist. It's almost as if I've spent my whole life training to do this work. And for over 30 years, I've helped individuals and organizations from around the world thrive in uncertain times. Let's talk about how I can support you in finding a way forward. Reach out, and together we'll craft a plan to help you, your organization, thrive.